Your pet has a secret list, a mental ranking of every single person in your household. And right now, without knowing it, you might be at the very bottom. But here's the thing, your pet is constantly dropping hints about where you stand, tiny behavioral signals that reveal exactly who they consider their favorite human. By the end of this video, you'll know the 7 unmistakable signs that prove you've earned the #1 spot. And sign number 5? It's the one most people completely misread. Sign number 1, the follow. Not just any follow, the shadow follow. When your pet tracks your every movement, room to room, even waiting outside the bathroom door, that's not clinginess, that's worship. Studies from the University of Lincoln found that dogs form attachment bonds identical to human infants. And just like a baby follows their primary caregiver, your pet follows their #1. If your cat or dog consistently chooses to be in whatever room you're in, even when there's nothing interesting happening, congratulations, you've made the list. Sign number 2 is something researchers call the greeting explosion. Pay attention to this. When you walk through that door after being gone, who does your pet run to first? The intensity and duration of their greeting matters. A pet that loses their mind when you specifically arrive, tail wagging uncontrollably, full body wiggles, excited vocalizations. That's not just happiness. That's recognition of their favorite human returning. But here's what most people miss. Watch what happens when someone else comes home. The difference tells you everything. Now here's where it gets interesting. Sign number 3 is actually the opposite of what you'd expect. The vulnerable sleep position. When your pet sleeps belly up near you or curls into you with their back exposed, they're not just comfortable. They're telling you they trust you with their life. In the wild, this position means certain death if a predator attacks. Your pet is literally saying, I trust you to protect me while I'm completely defenseless. That's not given to just anyone. Sign number 4, the food test. And no, I don't mean they eat what you give them. Every pet does that. I mean the food you competition. When your pet is eating and you approach, do they keep eating calmly? Do they look up, tail wagging, happy to see you? Or do they guard their food, tense up, eat faster? A pet who remains completely relaxed when you're near their food considers you family. But a pet who actively stops eating to come greet you instead? You've surpassed food. And for most pets, nothing surpasses food. Sign number 5 is the one that confuses almost everyone. The slow blink. This applies to cats especially, but dogs do a version too. When your cat looks at you and slowly closes their eyes, that's not tiredness. That's a deliberate signal. Cat behaviorists call it the cat kiss. In the feline world, breaking eye contact by slowly closing your eyes means I feel safe enough around you to be vulnerable. If your cat does this while looking directly at you, you're their person. Try slow blinking back. When they return it, that's a conversation. A silent I love you exchanged between species. But wait. What if your pet does something that seems like rejection? Sign number 6 might surprise you. The bring and drop. When your cat brings you a dead mouse or your dog drops a soggy toy at your feet, that's not gross. That's a gift specifically for their #1. Pets don't bring presents to just anyone. They're sharing their most valued possessions or prized catches with the human they've ranked highest, even if that gift is a half-eaten bird at 3 in the morning. Sign number 7 is the most scientifically validated of all. The oxytocin gaze. Japanese researchers discovered something remarkable. When dogs and humans stare into each other's eyes, both species experience a surge of oxytocin, the same love hormone released between mothers and infants. But here's the key detail. Dogs only do this prolonged eye contact with humans they've bonded with deeply. If your dog seeks out eye contact with you specifically, holding your gaze with soft eyes and relaxed facial muscles, that's biochemical proof you're #1. Now I need to address something important. What if you're seeing the opposite of these signs? What if your pet seems to prefer someone else? Here's what most people don't realize. Ranking isn't fixed. Pets constantly reassess based on who feeds them, who plays with them, and most importantly, who responds to their communication attempts. If you want to climb the ranking, start paying attention to the subtle signals your pet is already sending. Respond to them. That responsiveness is what builds the bond. There's also a bonus sign that applies specifically to multi-pet households. Watch who your pet chooses during conflict. When there's tension in the house, when someone argues or a stranger enters, where does your pet position themselves? A pet that moves closer to you during stress, seeking your protection or offering theirs, has ranked you as their safe place. They're #1. You're not just a food source, you're their security. So let's review the signs: the shadow follow, the greeting explosion, vulnerable sleeping positions, the food test, slow blinks, and sustained eye contact. bringing you gifts, and choosing you during stress. If your pet shows 3 or more of these behaviors, you've earned the top spot. You're not just an owner, you're their chosen human. And that bond? Science says it's as real and as powerful as any human relationship. Now here's a question. Which sign surprised you the most? And does your pet show any of these behaviors? Drop a comment below. And if you want to understand more about what's really going on inside your pet's mind, check out the video appearing on screen right now.